Hello everybody, this is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and today I'm going to do a little chat, a little ramble, and I've got so many things to talk about. I've actually written a list which is at the side of me here, and well, let's begin. So I'm also going to take a look through this book while I'm talking as well, and I'll tell you a bit about this in a minute. So, this is a clue. Can you guess? A few days ago, it was my birthday. Yay! And this is all the cake that's left, and it was very delicious. I'm going to have a little tiny bit. Yes, nice. Let's put the cake away. So, it is a Bailey's Irish Cream latte today. Let's have a sip. Now, a clue to my birthday. I share a birthday with, and this is for Tolkien fans, I share a birthday with Bilbo and Frodo Baggins. So there you go. That's my only claim to fame. Now, so let's start by, also, this is another clue to things that I might talk about today. So I'm going to put that book to one side. We're going to move the coffee over. Now the reason that I have this book in front of me is because this was connected to my birthday. Yes, I got this book for my birthday, and it's probably the most gorgeous book I've ever had. It is called Angels and Icons, Pre-Raphaelite Stained Glass, 1850 to 1870, and it is by William Waters and Alistair Carew Cox. And from what I know about this book is that it's a series of 3, and I don't know which one this is, but I know that they are currently crowdfunding for the 3rd one, because I also got this leaflet which explains things on the back, and so I believe that all 3 of these books were crowdfunded, which is absolutely amazing. And if anybody is interested, and by the way, I haven't been asked to do this, this is just purely me making a decision to, because the book is so beautiful, it would be amazing to have a 3rd one. Although I haven't seen the 2nd one, I have to say. I will put a link to their crowdfunding page if anybody wants, just even if you don't want to give anything to them, you could maybe find out a bit more about the books anyway. So, but that's just an option. Please don't feel as though you have to. Absolutely not. So, let's have a little look through here. And as I having a look through, we will have a little chat, and I will tell you about some of the things that I want to talk about and the things that are happening in my life. So, bit of a life update and bit of a channel update as well. So I'll tell you about some of the ideas that I have for the coming weeks. I was going to say months, but that just seems too far away. So just the coming weeks for now. So I'm just going to read this little blurb on the front cover, inside cover should I say. Pre-Raphaelite stained glass has in recent years come to mean glass by Morris, Burne-Jones and Rossetti. However, there was a group of artists who were designing windows before the foundation of Morris, Marshall, Faulkner and Co. They had contact with Rossetti, Millais and Holman Hunt and produced glass truer to the original principles of the Brotherhood. The leader of this earlier group was John Richard Clayton, a man with wide experience of the decorative arts and associated with the leading architects of the time. Encouraged by Gilbert Scott and utilising his close friendships with G.E. Street and William Burgess, he was able to apply the ideas of the Brotherhood to the buildings that were erected at the height of the Gothic revival. Surrounding himself with like-minded designers, he established a workshop which included Clement Heaton along with James Butler and his partner Alfred Bell, which mirrored the earlier group of 7. Joining them were 2 of the most talented designers of the 19th century, Robert Turnell Bain and Alfred Hassam. Throughout the country, churches are brilliantly lit by their windows. They set about reforming stained glass design, producing a body of work that rivaled Morris, Marshall, Faulkner and Co., yet has undeservedly been overlooked. And then this is about the people who have made the book. William Waters' considerable research, complemented by Alistair Carew Cox's sympathetic photography, aims to redress the balance and illustrate the work of these designers. Angels and Icons includes an extensive gazetteer to help readers to locate and discover those beautiful windows for themselves. So let's start having a look through. Wow, look at that. The illustrations are just really, really fabulous. So I'm actually going to have a bit of coffee and then we can talk. So first of all, a bit of a life update for you, which kind of links in with a channel update. So next week I will probably not be able to answer a lot of your comments and things as quickly as I would normally like to, and I just want to apologise in advance for that. My daughter has complex health needs and she has to have a major operation next week, and I will be with her while she goes through it. So it's likely that I won't be able to get on the internet, certainly won't be able to get onto YouTube. I'm going to try and pre-record some videos for you, but if you see me disappear for a couple of days, please don't be alarmed. It's not permanent, it's just, as you know, life sometimes gets in the way, and if I don't appear to respond to your comments as quickly as I would normally do, at least within a day, it's just purely because I'm unable to. And obviously I do appreciate all your comments, and I do try to react to them as quickly as I can. So yeah, that's a little bit of a change for me next week, and work has been quite demanding, and that's been a little bit stressful for me. Wow, look at this. I love this. I'm so blown away by these pictures. And I haven't read any of the text yet, but it looks really interesting. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is to do with the channel and YouTube itself. And a few people have mentioned to me that they have been receiving, while they've been watching a video, all of a sudden, midway, maybe a number of times within the video, they've been receiving a very loud advert. Now, I can just absolutely assure you that's nothing to do with me. I don't know what's happening with YouTube at the moment. Certainly a couple of ASMR channels that I watch myself have also had people comment that they've been disturbed by adverts in the middle of a video, which obviously is crazy for an ASMR channel. You absolutely wouldn't want to do that to your viewers. I wouldn't want to experience it myself, a very loud advert in the middle. And I suppose I just wanted to absolutely assure you that that is not my fault. I've set the settings that you're allowed to set on the channel so that you get a very short, skippable ad at the beginning, and that's it. There should be nothing, no disturbances within the video itself. There should be no adverts at the end. I don't know why this is happening. It's very peculiar. Certainly YouTube haven't said anything about it, and maybe it's only ASMR channels that have picked up on it, because obviously it's very disturbing. There's nothing worse than, you know, either going to sleep with an ASMR video or being in a very relaxed state and all of a sudden to be massively woken or alarmed by a loud noise or music. Completely goes against the ethos of ASMR. So apologies for that. It really is completely out of my hands, out of my control. Let's hope it stops. Let's hope somebody at YouTube realises that there's a mistake. But it is interesting because not everybody has been bothered by this. And I wondered whether it was something to do with whether you were watching it on a PC or whether you're watching the video on mobile or cell phone or a tablet. Maybe the thing that you used to watch the video made a difference. I just don't know. Sorry, just like that picture there. And St. James of Kilhampton, Cornwall. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I know that a couple of people have been bothered by it. So another little channel update for you is in the next couple of days. I have already recorded it actually, so it should go out next couple of days. Is another second look at my craft box in a whispered voice, but this time no gum. Absolutely no gum. I am actually having a coffee. I hope you don't mind. But there isn't any gum. I know people, I've said this before many times. People either really, really enjoy it and are relaxed, or absolutely hate it to the point where it just really gets under their skin and on their nerves. And I know that there is a thing called misophonia, and which some people seem to have, and I think I probably have it myself in certain ways. There are certain sounds that I don't like. I'm not a fan of scratchy sounds. I don't like too much tapping, I don't mind soft tapping, but anything which is more obvious just gets under my skin. irritates me. I'm not a big fan of food eating videos. I think it's called mukbang. Is that right? You see, I know very little about it. So, in a strange way, I don't mind the sound of gum chewing and reading. So, gum chewing and reading quite relaxes me. But eating and reading, or eating and speaking at the same time, don't really like that. Wow, look at this. Fabulous. So, I completely appreciate that some of you hate the gum chewing. I do get it. Which is why I'm trying to hope to offer a little bit of both. So, some gum chewing and mostly non-gum chewing. These are great pictures. I hope you agree. What a great book. Can't wait to read the text. I'm forgetting about my coffee. So yeah, so there's the craft box video coming up, second part. And then I have a little reading video, whispered reading, of the guidebook that I got from Whitby Museum when I was on holiday a few weeks ago. And that is a really interesting, slightly old-fashioned, the way that it's set out, but curious kind of museum. Wow, look at these. So yeah, so I will be reading, whisper reading, extracts from the guidebook. So that's coming up too. And sticking with the Whitby idea, this is why I've got this book out. So this is my copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I have to tell you that when I was on holiday in Whitby, I stayed in the flat or apartment where Bram Stoker wrote part of Dracula, which was very exciting. Yes, you can stay in that apartment. It's very, very nice. And so I got to thinking that I would revisit Dracula in a whispered reading. Now this book appears in an earlier, I think it might even be my very first video. And I read, I think, the first chapter. So what I will probably do is begin it again, and we'll see where we get with this. And of course it seemed appropriate to do this in October, towards the end of October, Halloween, when all things are ghostly and scary. And so one thing that you might not know about me, which of course you wouldn't, because I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I collect ghost stories from the 19th century. And these are ghost stories which appear in 19th century newspapers. So some of the stories are real accounts in inverted commas, and some of them are fables or myths or things like that. So they're in UK newspapers, England, Scotland, Wales, generally. And some of them go back as far as the late 18th century, but mostly the 19th century. So that my plan is to get these stories together and read them to you. And they're very short short stories, so there should be lots of them to read. I shall do a couple of videos in October with the Halloween theme, with lots of candles and maybe I could light my fire if it's cold enough and video that. Do some whispered reading for you with that in the background. Wow, that's an idea, I think. Gosh, look at this. This is Worcester Cathedral, 1862. Right, let's have a bit more coffee before we continue. Oh yes, sorry, I had to refer to my list there. I have absolutely no memory. You get to a certain age and all of a sudden you can't remember things anymore. Wow, look at the colours. Beautiful. Such a beautiful book. Yes, I will also try to get around to continuing the readings of the Harry Potter book, the first book, and also Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. And I also know that there are a few books that I've kind of neglected a bit, just purely because of lack of time. It's quite time consuming reading a book and videoing it and then editing it and that kind of thing. I mean, I really enjoy doing it, don't get me wrong, but it is quite time consuming. That's great too. Look at this. Beautiful. So yeah, lots of ideas for the future. I will try to revisit Pride and Prejudice, The Haunted Hotel. I know lots of you like that particular book. There is also Sherlock Holmes, Hound of the Baskervilles. I think I'm on about the third chapter of that now. And Little Women. I just haven't had a chance to get round to doing that one at all. So sorry about that. And then I did start, let me think, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Yep, I did start that one. And what else? Can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, look at him. That is great, look at that. I hope you're enjoying looking at these pictures. These are so beautiful. So I'll have some bit more coffee. So the other thing that I wanted to say is aimed at people who watch my videos on the Tingles app, which there's usually a link in the description of most of my videos. And I just wanted to thank, I haven't done this before, so I'm sorry I haven't done this before, but I wanted to thank everybody who's subscribed to the Tingles, to my channel on the Tingles app. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm very grateful for everybody who watches the videos via the Tingles app. I'm also very, very grateful for people who have sent me tips via the Tingles app. makes such a difference. Really does. Thank you so much. I won't mention anybody's names because I don't want to embarrass people. I think it is quite a private thing, really. But thank you so much. And I'd also like to thank anybody who has sent me a donation through PayPal for my YouTube channel. Again, very grateful. Thank you so much. It somehow makes everything feel very worthwhile, and I do really love making these videos for you. I find, even though outside of YouTube my life is quite busy, there are lots of things going on, to take a bit of time out and just do this. Do a bit of reading for you, have a little chat, and in the hope that you will enjoy what I'm doing, and you will enjoy listening to my voice, and you will enjoy getting some time out, I suppose, which is, in a strange way, what this does for me. It gives me some time out of my busy life. Some of these pictures are spectacular. Wow. Look at this. More coffee. Well, I wish I could have sent a bit of birthday cake to everybody. But there isn't a great deal left. So I am sorry. I think this is probably going to disappear today. It's quite a big piece though. So let's end here. Thank you for listening to me. As I said at the beginning, if you don't see me around for a couple of days, it's just purely because I've got to do other things, but I will be back. I will be back very soon. And I will answer, I will read all your comments. I read every single comment. And I appreciate every single comment. Very encouraging. So, this is Kate at the Library of Whispers saying, I shall see you very soon. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.